only fitting that with a blizzard outside, I'm throwing it back to a game that saw a blizzard of its own. There was about a foot of snow on the ground in North Carolina as this game was being played, but the snow wasn't the only thing coming from the sky. It was Aiden Tobiasen with the one-handed jam. I want to go higher. Take another look. Look at this. Extension, slams it down. That's my men's play of the year. On Sunday, the North Texas Mean Green made their way to North Broad to join the Owls on a very special day. Forget President's Weekend, it was Hooters' birthday. But on a day made for celebrating, Sunday was filled with anything but.
Mason, right wing for Gavin Griffiths. Griffiths, top of the key now for Duradola. On the left now, Duradola lobs it inside to Griffiths. Goggle Gav.
The conference championship game and the college football playoff come December. A win over either for Temple would be huge, but it would also be a major surprise. With only 5 games remaining, the Owls' chase for a bowl will be much more clear after Saturday. Win number 5 looks good this weekend, but win number 6 will be a bit more tricky. I'm Pat Dallahan reporting from the studio set. Emily and Jackson, back to you at the desk. It's Air Force, it's Navy, Commander-in-Chief Trophy action in Annapolis. First drive of the game for the Fighting Falcons. Liam Zarka takes off on the quarterback keeper for 61 yards, way deep into Navy waters. You see what I did there? I'm pretty proud.
I like that one.
Same drive for Air Force, same man toting the rock. Zarka on another quarterback keeper. This time he finds the end zone. Air Force jumps in front. Later in the first, Blake Horvath keeps it on the triple option, but not for much longer. Air Force punches it out, forces the fumble, and the Fighting Falcons take over on possession. Second quarter, Air Force lives up to their namesake and makes a huge play in the air. Zarka finds tight end Bruin Fleischman for a 68-yard gain all the way down to the Navy 13-yard line. And typically, Navy deals with an attack by sea, but not here. Navy strikes through the air. Horvath finds Heidenreich for the 19-yard score. Later in the second, Horvath to Heidenreich again. Anchors away, my boys. Nothing but smooth sailing for the wideout as Heidenreich finds the end zone again. An 80-yard score gives the midshipmen a 17-10 lead at the half. Of course, it's very hard to transition from such a sudden and impactful passing to a winter break that saw such great things from the men's team on the court. But we do want to update everyone on how the team is doing with the win streak that we haven't seen for a long while. Let's kick it back to Wednesday. The Owls searching for lucky win number 7. Gavin Griffiths had his fingerprints all over last Wednesday's stat sheet, and it started early. He puts back Jordan Mason's layup for his first of 9 made field goals. And for ECU, it was all about Jordan Riley. The former Owl dropped a game-high 29 points, including this smooth left-handed layup for his second bucket of the day. It was an off shooting night from Darian Ford, but that didn't stop him from making an impact. He knocks down the tray ball to boost Temple's lead to 9 points. A few possessions later, it was more Jordan Riley. He dips into his bag and sets up Eli Delorier down low. Really nice pass. Look at this. ECU cuts the lead to 7. Later in the first half, Temple up 12. A Jordan Mason mid-range miss has the Owls offense scrambling. Manhattan transfer Swish Gilliard gathers the offensive rebound and keeps the ball in play, and it's capped off by this tough finish from Darian Ford. Owls take a 15-point lead into the second half, but not for long. 5 points right out of the gate by ECU, including this Dimitri Gardner mid-range J, cuts the Temple lead to 10. Later in the half, Temple up by 12, and guess who changes it again? It's Jordan Riley, knocking down his first of 2 made threes in the second half, and he cuts the Owls' lead to 9. About 2 minutes later, it's another bucket from Goggle Gav. Gavin Griffiths, off of a really nice set from Adam Fisher, gets his man in the air. Look at this, Pop-Tart, and he knocks down the 26-footer to boost the Temple lead back up to double digits. Under 5 to play, Temple up 7. It's Riley again. He goes right at Ford and hits a tough mid-range jumper to drag the lead down to 5. 3:30 to play. Temple hoping to put the game out of reach. Mason dribbles himself into the coffin corner and finds no other than Double G at the top of the key for 3. And he knocks it down for his 5th and final 3 of the game. And despite a late push from the Pirates, Temple holds on for its 7th straight win, 75-67. Griffiths made his presence felt, notching 24 points and knocking down 5+ threes for the second game in a row. Griffiths also recorded 4 blocked shots, the 3rd time this season he has swatted 4+ shots in one game. And despite shooting just 3 of 11 from the field, Darian Ford finished with 18 points himself. Ford made a living at the foul line, knocking down 10 of his 12 attempts from the charity stripe. And for ECU, it was all about Jordan Riley and Giamatti Emejuru. The Pirate tandem combined for 48 of ECU's 67, with Riley notching a game-high 29 and Emejuru adding 19 of his own. But even with a 3-0 start in league play, the Owls know that there's more work to be done to keep it going moving forward.
Checking in for Darian Ford, it's Swish Gilliard. Here's Duradola on the left wing. Duradola back down low for Mason into the coffin corner. Mason has to do something with it. Fires it back in the middle for Duradola. Down low to Biason. Finishes. How about that pass from Baba?
I think Isaiah Nelson's going to have bad dreams about Tobiason tonight. My goodness.
Right wing now for Isaiah Jones. Temple leads by 4. 12:50 to play in the game. Pinion right wing. In front of him, it's Tobiason, and a rip-through foul is called. That's his second.
Did the right thing there. You watch the Joel Embiids and Giannis Antetokounmpos.
Chris Paul was the big guy with that.
Yep, do that little rip-through and see if your hand's in the cooking jar, and right there it works out for Pinion.
So ready to inbound it now. It's Ennis, and a foul is called before the inbound on USF. Adam Fisher telling the crowd to get up.
And right there, that's turnover number 12 for USF. Just has not been able to contain themselves offensively.
So just a tough foul by USF. Joseph Pinion will check out.
Temple's done a good job trying to break this game open, but they have to find a way to continue to score.
So here's Jordan Mason just inside the 3-point arc. Here on the left side, Griffiths was thinking a deep right wing 3. Instead he drives, kicks it out, left corner 3. Tobiason rattles it home. A boogie with the jumper. Top of the key now for Adriel Nyora. Had it taken away, Swish Gilliard comes up with it. Gilliard's kicks it out, Griffiths looks down low for Tobias, and it's taken away by Nyora. He stepped out of bounds. It's Temple basketball.
It would have been a really good possession there, right there. I mean, USF just kind of gives that ball away. Temple starts to run and didn't really have the numbers that they thought they had, but we'll still say Temple ball, but really good on-ball pressure right now by Temple.
54-47, Temple leads it. The inbounder, it's Jordan Mason on the right trigger. 12:16 to play in the game. The next dead ball will lead us into the under 12 media timeout. The referees will have a look just to make sure that it's Temple ball and that USF stepped out of bounds. But for the time being, it is Temple basketball.
Temple on a 13-0 run, the last 5:05 to play. And USF has not made a field goal in the last 5:28.
12:16 to play. Hitting the bench is Adriel Nyora. Here's Swish Gilliard just inside the 3-point arc. 12 minutes, 10 seconds to play. Tobiason down low to Duradola on the left block. Duradola has to get rid of it. Duradola hits a cutting Aiden Tobiason down low. It's USF ball.
Just a little miscommunication there. I think that pass was too low. Not really anything Aiden Tobiason could do with it. Probably a better look if the paint wasn't as crowded, but another turnover for Temple there. That's their 10.
So Jordan Mason will hit the bench. Darian Ford will hit the hardwood. Jemai Felt checking back in. He'll sub in for Baba Duradola. Three fouls for Jemai Felt, something to keep an eye on as this game progresses. So here's C.J. Brown. Inside quickly is USF. Isaiah Nelson to Brown. Brown the left wing. Brown surveying his options. Gets a screen left from Isaiah Jones. Top of the key for Jones now. Jones shovels it off to Ennis. Ennis drives on Griffith. Spins into the lane. His runner is good.
Ennis has been solid for them. I believe that's 14 points for him now, and he's been the thing keeping them consistent so far.
Darian Ford. 20 seconds on the shot clock for Temple. Here's Ford. Griffiths thinking three, pumps, fires, can't connect. Rebound into the hands of Isaiah Nelson. Ennis to Brown in transition. Brown hanging inside, count it, and the foul.
What a layup there by Brown.
So USF fighting back, toe-to-toe, blow for blow, right here in the center of the ring, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Thanks, Natalie. Temple has seen quite a few changes between win number 1 and 2000. It can be easy to get caught up in such a rare feat, but in a program with as much history as Temple, we can't forget the past. So we highlighted how far the Owls program has come since its inception in the late 1800s. 2,000 wins and counting. Temple started its program in 1894, playing in College Hall and playing under Charles Williams. The Owls competed as an independent school for 36 years under 11 different coaches before joining the Eastern Intercollegiate Conference in 1932. Temple became the first ever NIT champion in 1938, winning 23 of its 25 games. It took 49 years for Temple to win its 500th game, with Josh Cody at the helm in 1943. The program took off in 1952 under the first of 2 Hall of Fame coaches. Harry Litwack won games number 700, 800, and 900 during his 21 years on the bench. Under Litwack, the Owls won 373 games and made it to 2 Final Fours with help from its legendary backcourt of Guy Rogers and Hal Lear. Temple basketball became a national power in 1982 when the Owls brought on John Chaney. Temple won 516 games under Chaney during his 24 years on the bench. It included 17 trips to the NCAA tournament, along with 5 Elite Eight trips and a number 1 national ranking during the 1987-88 season. The winning continued once Chaney retired in 2006. Along came Mr. Big Five himself, Fran Dunphy. The Owls won games number 1700, 1800, and 1900 during Dunphy's 13 years on the bench. He also took Temple to its last NCAA tournament in 2019. This brings Temple basketball to the present day under Adam Fisher. 129 years of basketball with hundreds of memories, along with 2,000-plus wins. Between 1895 and 2025, plenty of things have changed. But one thing that's remained constant, Temple basketball winning lots and lots of games. Reporting from the studio set, I'm Pat Dallahan. Natalie, back to you at the desk.